Well, I hope everybody's having a good day. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy week. Handling my dad's stuff and investigations from his thing and hospitals and all that stuff. So, sorry it took so long to get this one. It's a specialty cigar. It's the Comprisimo No.7. Take a look at that box. That's a nice box. Oh, it's all cedar. It smells. I want to live in it. Steve Saka needs to make a bigger one so I can just live in it with giant cigars. I'm sure he's going to get right on it. This is the 7x56. It's the San Andreas wrapper, the Ecuador binder, and the Nicaraguan fillers. It's a Colorado color. It comes wrapped in this, which is, it says it right there. Oh, these are really tough to find. If you didn't get one, you're not getting it for a while. Boz got a box because I know people. So I'm going to do the review on this like I did with the Artesano del Tabaco, the Viva La Vida, which was a pre-release, which thank you again to the brothers for sending me those. I got some sent out, got some reviews, having a great time with them. Steve Saka and his wife Cindy, they're fantastic people. They make an amazing cigar. If it is not right, if he doesn't like it, it doesn't go into the stick. It's just that simple. In my opinion, he's one of the best master blenders in the world. He travels all over. They're all over the United States all the time. They're all over the world all the time. There's 4 of them that do these things. They work their butt off, and they're doing it for us, the men and women of the world that smoke cigars and have cigars not only as a lifestyle, but as a passion. I met a guy a couple of nights ago, a friend of Roxanne, or a roommate, that was into cigars and whiskey. So I went, cool. So we smoked a bunch of cigars and drank some whiskey. Good deal. His name was Charles. So, hey, Charles, smoke some of them cigars I gave you. I hooked him up. Boss can hook you up. People hook me up. It's back and forth. That's how cigar smokers are. You know, that's what they do. It's actually been raining like hell today. It's cold. It's drizzly. But I've been putting this off because of all the things that have come up. So now I'm doing it because to me it's important. And so you have to forgive me for my surroundings. I'm back in my only dry spot of my house on the outside. So it's kind of what I got to do to bring it to you. I like that. It rhymes. What I got to do to bring it to you. And that's that one. It's a beautiful cigar. Let's check the cap on that. Really nicely done. This thing is just amazing. It's got some nice veins, as you can see. It's kind of a soft box press. It has some cigars, I'm sure you have too, that are box press that are pretty square. This is a soft box press. It's just kind of barely got the little ridges on it. Oh, you can see it right there. You can see them right there. The foot is nicely packed. There's no big stems or things sticking out or anything like that. I've never had a Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust cigar that wasn't just perfect. So, you know, I don't edit this, so, you know, if it's not perfect, we'll both know it. But I doubt it's not going to be perfect. So I'm going to, like you know, I like to punch the cigars, but with this one I want to do a straight cut on it so I can take a look at the cap, kind of see how it's looking in there and show you, because there's a whole ton of reviews on these, not a ton of them, but there's a lot of reviews on these. But I'm hoping to give you something a little extra, a little more down to earth, a little more working guy kind of a thing. And, you know, I bought the box. I'd buy it all day long just to represent and to support Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust and Steve and Cindy Saka and her family. Thank you so much. I hope everybody's healthy. You're traveling. You're doing so much stuff for us. So, you know, it's a big deal. So thank you so much for doing everything that you do and fighting for our rights. We appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm going to do a straight cut on this. Just enough. Perfect. You're seeing it as I'm seeing it. Sometimes the caps will flake off after you cut them. All cigars will do that, but this one held on there very well. See, it's not unraveling or anything. The cut's nice. I mean, that's so tightly packed, I can see the ridges in the tobacco leaves from my Lotus cutter. You can see the ridges that has on the blade right there. I can see it in the tobacco. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not sure, but I can see there's little cut marks in the tobacco. That's how tightly it's packed. This is it's really firm. I don't feel any soft spots at all anywhere on it. Or sometimes you'll have a soft spot in a cigar, any cigar, from low price point up to the top of the line, depending on the roll and whatnot. There's no soft spots in this. It's done really well. I mean, it's firm the whole way around, which is cool. Let's give it a little bit of a nose. Excuse me, it's cold out. Ooh, boy, that's nice. A strong kind of a cacao, like the dark chocolate. Excuse me again. Oh, it's just got. It's almost a. There's a lot of dried fruit stuff. If you open up a box of raisins or a bag of raisins, I like raisins. They have that kind of that smell. There's a dried fruit smell, but it's not a. Ooh, my eyebrows are all. Boing! But it's kind of a raisin smell, kind of a. And graham cracker. I'm gonna close my eyes and in wonderment so I can really pick some stuff up. Oh boy. It's got some definite cedar, but it's wrapped in cedar. It's in a cedar box, but it's got that. It's really prevalent. Probably the dried raisins, the graham cracker, and then the cedar notes kind of in the background. Wow, I'm gonna love this. Let's do the cold draw. See what happens. I'm a twirler. Because I can pick up, if the end is wet, I wet the end. This is what I do, and I'll tell you why. Because I pick up, wow, really picking up the raisin. I picked up different notes, and to see if the tobacco's got any bite to it or a kick, the nicotine. It's just barely there on the back of the roof of my mouth. Boy, that's that raisin. I sucked it in. I could feel a little bit of pepper, probably a white pepper. The black pepper is stronger, a little more bitter. The white pepper is peppery but mild, and I'm feeling that right at the back of my throat right now. Because I inhale it into the lungs and retrohale through my nose. Don't do it when you're smoking. I've only had one cigar in my life that I was able to do that with. I did a review on it. It was a CAO. Only cigar ever I could inhale and exhale and not gag. I mean, it was a great stick. It was just kind of weird, huh? Let's not do it on any of them. You got to experiment if you want to try that, a little bit at a time. Might even be a little bit of cayenne. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. And you know what time it is. Time to fire it up. Yeah. Using my Lotus Vertigo lighter. I've got actually 3 of these. I found another one. I like them. They got the four burners in them, so you could light your fire pit fire from next door. I feel the heat out here, but I'm going to give it a nice slow toasting. That's important. I want to make sure it gets a nice even toast, so it starts off nice and even, no tunneling and canoeing and all that stuff. Jeff Borowitz from Corona Cigar Company has a great little video that he did with Mr. Newman of JC Newman cigar company that talked about how to toast a cigar. It's a great, take your time. And with this, I'm taking my time. Here's the Stevenson de Saka, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. Oh, it's sparkly. It's getting a little red. You can see it starting to... Ooh, I can see it getting red all the way around now. Sometimes I don't toast enough and I end up having to, kind of relight them or straighten them out by burning it. That was red all the way across. Now, yeah, that. It's hottie. The first draw, definite pepper in the back. It's not a pepper bomb, but it's definite pepper. Getting more of a black pepper, almost maybe a hint of cayenne in there, because it's lingering a little bit more. So much going on in that Ritual Hill. Wow. This reminds me of, I think it's Umbagog from Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. That little short, stout sucker. It's reminding me of that. That was a really good cigar. A spicy Ritual Hill. Some pepper on the Ritual Hill. Definite cocoa notes. It's a cool draw, which I like. It's tightly packed enough that it kind of cools it down on the way. I'm going to definitely purge this a lot. In fact, I'll do one now. So I want to keep it really clean. Haven't had anything to smoke or anything today. Just had a cup of coffee a few hours ago because I want a clean palate on this. To me, cigars like this, I'm going to do a clean palate. In fact, I should do it on all of them because that way I'm not picking out any outside influences. Bad influences. Hottie's a bad influence already, but we all know that. Yes, she is. Definite leather taste. And wood. The cedar, which is, it's packed in cedar, it's wrapped in cedar. It's got, it's kind of cedar-ish, it's not really super smooth like some of the cedar you find in a cigar. It's almost got a little bit of an edge to it, almost like an oak. Man, look at that. This is burning. I've been out here for probably 20 minutes setting things up and stuff, and I kind of worried about the cigar getting acclimated. I wanted to get it acclimated to the environment because sometimes if you don't, they'll split or whatever. But this one's doing really well. There's no splits, no nothing. Look at that burn. It's really, really nice. You see that one where there's a little dip right there. It's just following that vein. Doing really well. A little bit of pitting, but normal. Some of the cigars, if they're not tightly rolled, they'll tunnel in there. This thing's really tight. In fact, it's still really tight, even up to the burn. In fact, it's not even hot right there. It's hot, but it's not like burning, which means that it's a tight pack, but it's not like a tight draw. I would say it's a medium to a medium high draw on it. Doing really well. It's got a lot of smoke. It's not the smokiest cigar I've ever had, but it's got some really nice smoke. Kind of wafted around. Waft, whirl, and twirl. That's Boz's way, is wafting whirling.
You have no idea.
Yeah, they don't need an idea. I think she has something to do somewhere else. Ooh.
Stink eye.
No, I didn't give you the stink eye. I think she gave me the stink eye. I don't know. There's very few cigars that I've talked about, I've reviewed. There's a man I would roll around in this smoke. This is one of them. It's a mild smoke. The smoke isn't mild, you know, when you're smoking it, but to kind of waft in it is mild. I'm gonna get, nope, that's locked, I think. I'm gonna get through the first third, and I'll see you here in just a few minutes. Hottie's gonna go in the house, and yeah, be gone with you. People got a better half. She's the best half. She's way nicer than I am. She's way better looking than I am. She's like all the better stuff. She's way up here. She just kind of puts up with me. Plus, she likes cigars. Oh yeah, I do a 2 thumbs up, but she's not big on whiskey. But I'm working on it. So I'll be back in a few. Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust in Comprisimo number 7. Steve and Cindy Saka and their business. Thank you. And I'll be back in a few. Boz Cigar Reviews. I am back. Oh boy. Wanted to show you the inside of this box. This is what if you were able to find some, this is what it looks like. This is like the nicest box I've seen. It's just amazing. Oh, well, there you go. That's why it's amazing. There we go. Sin Comprisimo, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. I would expect nothing less. Put that down. It's going to sit in my room so I can look at it all the time. Burning really well. Super even. Just put that right there. That way you don't have to see me. And I am so impressed with this. Not because I like Dunbarton Tobacco, just I'm honest and bottom line. If I didn't like it, I'd point out things I don't like about it. There isn't anything that I don't like about it. I like it. I like it. It's definitely, after this first year, it's picked up a nuttiness. The pepper's kind of starting to melt away a little bit. Spiciness on the Retro Hill is still there, but it's not overpowering by any means. But to me, it's like toasted nuts, like toasted almonds, or like a toasted peanut. But it's more of an almond. The peanut has a super nutty peanut taste. This is more like an almond taste. I like smoked almonds, and that's what it reminds me of. The raisin flavor, the dried fruitness is kind of gone. I mean, it's really in the background now. It's still there, but it's really in the background. I only noticed it on the Retro Hill. It's got, like I was saying, that cacao. It's that dark chocolate, kind of an espresso. Every once in a while, I'll have an espresso, because I like, they're in the small cups and like that. I like a big old cup of coffee. I like a mug o' Joe. But I like it black. I don't like stuff in it. I like the bitterness of it, like super, super dark chocolate. This doesn't have a chocolatey taste, but it's creamy. I would say on the creaminess scale of 1 to 10, 10 being probably the most creamy cigars I've had is about an 8. I'm going to say this is a 6.5 to 7 on my creaminess scale. On yours, it might be a 12. I don't know. But to me, it's about a 6.5, maybe a 7. Took Steve Saka 3 years to put this together. 3 years. He looked for the tobaccos he wanted. He's extremely particular about his tobaccos, as are all cigar companies, but Steve he's picky. He's picky about his cigars. Got a little whoopty in there. And it shows, because it's a great stick. I'm loving this. I actually gave one away. People that know me a long time, sometimes I could be an a-hole. Go figure. You know, everyone's got buttons. If you push kind of like my last two buttons, I become kind of a prick bastard, an a-hole. But if, you know, everybody's got it. But you know, Steve, he's picky about it. He wants the best of the best, and it's showing right here with the DTT on the back, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. You know, I'd love to meet Steve and his wife and his family, but you know, getting hold of them is, I mean, they're on the road. Hey Steve, how much are you on the road? You have to message me and let me know just how much time you spend on the road. I mean, you were prior Navy, so you were gone a lot. I'm retired Coast Guard. I was gone a ton. But, you know, I bet you putting way more time on the road than you ever did. And it's showing because you're putting out a fantastic smoke. I'm into this about, I'm looking at my little counter and then I'm adding in the time, divided by 3 plus 4.25 and then pi. It's about 28 minutes. So this is going to be a good hour-long stick, if not more. Because, you know, I get the yak in, I know, I do, and playing with the dogs, I put the doggy door down so they quit running out in and out of here because they're bugging me. Because I don't want to be bugged. Because and the cool thing is, all the cigar smokers all around the world that watch this and talk to me, they know exactly what means. You know, my wisdom of the day is, people ask me, how come I kind of have some quirks? I got like 1,000 quirks. I make little expressions sometimes, and you'll see me, it's like I got the hiccups or something like that. The military, I was exposed to a bunch of chemicals that you're not supposed to be exposed to, being an engineer. You know, all the stuff they say don't get on your body. I was like bathing in it because I worked on turbines and synthetic oils and diesels and all over the South Pacific on islands that were bombed the crap out of with the A-bomb testing and all that other stuff. And it's eating away at my spinal cord. So that's kind of what's going on. You know, I've had some people ask, and they're very polite about it, and I'm open about it. You know, sometimes I've got good days and I've got not good days. Today's a good day, but it's a little more active. So that's what's going on, in case you're wondering. So I'll share that. My wisdom of the day is cigar related, by the way. Oop, and there it goes. Oh, perfect. You know, I was going to do an ash roll where I was going to take my ashtray and roll that off and show you the point. Let me just kind of knock some of the ash off there. Really nice pencil point. You see it? This first time I smoked this, showing you, don't edit it. In fact, you'll notice I think I paused this one time in the beginning, maybe, or something like that, because the dog was chewing on the cord. I found a cord in the garage that the little puppy was chewing on, and it started to like spark. So I don't have cords around the dog anymore, because she chews everything. Got these little teeny needle teeth. Jesus, it's like, makes your toes bleed, because my feet are kind of numb anyway, because all the crap I got wrong with me. And pretty soon I just, notice my toe slipping, and it's because it's bloody. Got to be careful. If you got something like that, I'm not diabetic or anything, but if you've got anything like that, be careful. Take care of yourself. I guess that's my wisdom. Go out and get great sticks, good cigars. I don't care what price point, as long as you love them. There's $3.50 cigars that I smoke. I love. They're daily smokes. $4, $5. They're great. This was, I splurged on myself. Damn it, Steve. This is really nice. Just a little bit of the cap came off, just a little sliver, which is to be expected. Kind of gnawing on it a little bit. You can see there's no splits, no cracks, no runs. is doing very well. The color is beautiful. You know, it's what I'd like to try is, you know, I did that paper bag floor I've showed you guys before on my Instagram and Facebook. Looks like tobacco leaves. I'm thinking about doing a tobacco leaf floor. When we move, I'm thinking about doing that. You know, do a test. You know, glue it down, lacquer it, or put the epoxy on it. See how it looks. Because I'd love to have a tobacco floor in my living room. Wouldn't that be cool? Be cool. I'm gonna patent that, so you can't use that. Go ahead. Let me know how it works. If anyone's ever done that, give it a shot. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give it a try. This is still really firm. You know, it's warm right to there, but normally I cannot hold my fingers there. It's actually just now starting to get hot, but it's not like hot. Like, ow! It's not that. It's like, yeah. And that, you know what I mean, too. Still a cool draw. Boy, that toasted nut is really prevalent now. The chocolate is prevalent. I'm getting a little bit of a bite of the nicotine, but I haven't really eaten today, so I'm going to be kind of a little woozy. But it's not overpowering by any means. I've had the Umbagog, I think it is. Forgive me if I mispronounce it. I think it's the Umbagog by Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. When I was sick earlier this year. My first stick back after about a month or two of not smoking cigars, I smoked that one. I was told, you're going to get your ass kicked. It was great. I mean, there was a kind of a high to it, the nicotine, the bite. But this reminds me of that, except this is a lot more nuttier, and it's more creamy. I'm digging this. I'm 2 crooked thumbs up. If I can give it 9 crooked thumbs up, I would. You know, so I'm going to smoke a little bit more, and I'm going to give you the summary of this cigar, and just kind of sit out here and enjoy it. I might even reflect. A good cigar, if you can reflect while you're smoking a good cigar, any cigar, I don't care what it is. If you can sit there and reflect and just think about stuff, because actually I'm getting some blue sky up there. It's a little bit of sun. It stopped raining. But if I went out there, it started raining again, so figure that. I'll be back. I'm going to reflect. Thanks for hanging in there. I just want to do this justice. I know what's going on, but I do that. I'll see you in a few. Boz Cigar Reviews. Sin Comprisimo number 7, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. I wanted to do a live to me, an ash roll on this, so we could see just how it's coming out. I'll sit back here. Something I kind of started to do really slowly, so we could see. Oh, it's burning on the inside. You're gonna see it as I see it. Careful, don't panic. Oh, there we go. Got the reflecting. I'm going to move this a little bit, kind of scooch up so you can see a little bit better. Got the reflecting, and I wasn't keeping up on it. I didn't have to relight it, but you can still see how it's burning. It's putting out a ton of smoke. Steve's got probably some of the best hand-picked rollers in the industry. I think they're the Torcedores, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But this thing's really starting to smoke. It's really putting out a lot of smoke. It's gotten really cold. Man, there's some huge black clouds coming this way. It means it's going to be raining. In fact, it's starting. So I'm going to finish this up for you. You're welcome. Once again, you hit it out of the park, Steve. He takes years to pick the right tobaccos. He just doesn't go to anybody on these. He goes around and he checks them and he looks at them and he picks them and he says, I want this and I want that, and that's how I want it. and it shows. Oh, we either sliding the label up. A lot of times, let's give it a shot. I can slide the label up. Oh, it's starting to slide there. Oh, there we go. Easy. Don't panic. I just kind of like leaving the labels on them. I don't know. It's me. So I want to finish this up by saying thank you so much to everyone that watches and all your comments. I appreciate them. Thank you to Cigar Cave, Medford, and Grants Pass. And thank you to all the cigar smokers in the world, all the men and women that I follow and watch, and I appreciate all your comments. The pepper is pretty much gone. The black pepper, or the white pepper at the first few draws, and it kind of changes that black pepper cayenne kind of a thing. It's gone. The retrohale is super smooth, definite nutty in wood and leather and earth. That's the earthy I talked about. This is that deep, dark soil that you smell it, you just go, oh, you close your eyes and you can see the plants, you can feel all kinds of coolness, and that's what this is. Check out Steve Saka's story. He's a super, super busy guy. If you get a hold of him, he may or may not get back to you. Don't worry about it. He's a busy guy, but he does a fantastic job on staying in touch with people. He put something on Facebook the other day that really kind of resonated with me. That's a big word. Resonated. Look it up. It's right next to jocularity. Look it up. He was talking about some people, younger people, that are talking about adulting. Things that they're doing that adults do, apparently. And I agree with what you said, Steve. I was an adult at 12. I was working at 12. I was working for my dad, mixing concrete by hand, moving rocks, and, washing heavy equipment and all this other stuff. Because you buy a TV, or because you pay a bill, or, because you smoke cigars, doesn't mean you're being an adult. It means you're being a human. You're just going up the ladder of evolution of your life. You got to be an adult. You should be an adult in your teens. Somewhere you should start to learn to be an adult. Don't learn to be an adult in your 20s. Although, I didn't mature until I was like in my 30, maybe 40, or I don't know, I'm 60 now. Maybe like last week I matured. Depends on who you ask. Brows are flipping up there. I need to trim them. Just because you're doing all that stuff doesn't make you an adult. Taking care of business, taking care of your family, taking care of your responsibilities, being as nice as you can, paying it forward, anonymously paying it forward, and just being aware of the people around you and doing right. Just doing right is what it's about to be an adult too. And smoking these. Wow, look at that. It's just being beautiful. Wow, it's really smoking. Well, it's cold. It's dropped probably 10 degrees, so it's getting cold, and the clouds are going, ooh, I can see them. I could hear the clouds moving. It's called thunder, but there's no thunder. But I'm hearing the clouds moving. Go get some. If you can find them, sometimes you got to go to your local brick and mortar and ask them to get some. And if they can get some, they're usually sold out ahead of time, or get on a list. Do yourself a favor with this cigar. This is a top-notch, top-shelf, top-class, made by the best people in the world, blended by the best people in the world, for us, cigar smokers from around the world. So please go out and get some. Get your name on a list. Find somebody that's got one. Do some trading. I don't know if I'd even trade it. I'd have to trade a bunch of stuff for something like this. Head out to Cigar Cave tomorrow night. Progress and Biddle. Do the sip and smoke. Bring a beverage. They usually have beverages there. Bring something you want to share or something you want to drink on yourself. And and just support your local brick and mortar stores. And talk to them down there, see if they got these coming in, see if you can get your name on a list. They're hard to get. So, again, this is 3 years in the making just to get the right tobaccos for us. So, thank you, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. Thanks to Steve and Cindy. Again, I've said it 100 times, and I will continue to say it all day, every day, because this is an amazing smoke. It's held together. It's perfect. It's perfect. I'm really digging it. I'm digging the hell out of this. So I've done my reflection. This is getting super smooth. A little over halfway through, it's super smooth. Super smooth. Starting to get cold. Might go get my smoking jacket slash robe. And sit out here and finish this thing because I'm gonna nub it. I'll get my cigar poking device, which is around here. Oh, there it is. Excuse me. I'll get my cigar poking device. I'm going to stick it in the end of it. I'm going to nub it. KNUBBB. Thank you, JR, for explaining that. And it's silent K, silent 2 B's. Knub. Except that wasn't a silent K. Be good to others. Especially be good to yourself. If you're not good to yourself, if you don't treat yourself, if you don't respect yourself, you're not going to be good to others. Take that into account. Believe me, I've been there. But I really try to be good to others now. I try to be generous with a lot of stuff. And, it just doesn't get any better than a really good cigar. No matter what you're smoking, no matter what price point. If you love it, that's all that matters. Like I said, I've got $3-4 sticks that I love every day. But this is a special treat and a special review for a special company, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. I will see you next time. And next time, unless it starts pouring down rain or starts getting like freezing, I'm going to get my lights set up and do another review. And try to cleanse my palate, probably with some whiskey. Whiskey's a great cigar palate cleanser, in my opinion. See you next time. This review ran a little bit long, but I appreciate you hanging in there. Go get them. Go get them. Go get them. Go get them. Don't walk. Don't meander. Don't kind of lollygag. Run your ass down and get your name on a list or find some and get them. Any of the Sin Compromisos. There's about 6 different sticks that they make. Go get them. I'm out of here. I'm going to finish this, do some more reflecting, and stop yakking. As normal and as always, and until next time, Boz out. Hit the right button.